mathematical and logical operations are done by operators. C language is rich in operators. There are many different types of operators here. The types are listed here. You can see them. We'll see all of them one by one. Let us go to first the simplest form, arithmetic operators. These are the arithmetic operators. We know them. Plus for addition, minus for subtraction, star for multiplication, note this, not cross, slash for division, but in case of integer number, the slash provides only the quotient, and in case of float or real numbers, it provides the division, actual division. So you can observe that these values are shown here for a is equal to 25 and b is equal to 10. Then when a plus b, naturally 35, a minus b is 15, a star b multiplication is 250, a divided by b, when they are integers it is 2, when they are real it is 2.5. Modulus operator works only on integers. It provides remainder after the integer division. So a% b provides 5. Increment operator increases the integer value by 1. So 25 will become 26. A minus minus 25 will become 24. So these are the arithmetic operators. Now let us see assignment operators because they are similar to arithmetic operators. In assignment operators, these operators are related to arithmetic. Those we will see now. These operators are related to bitwise. Those we will see later. Basic assignment is give a value and name a variable to it. So C is the name of the variable and C is assigned to value 25. Another assignment is x is equal to y plus z. So y and z have two values. They are added together and the answer is equated to variable x. So this is the basic assignment. This is very simple and we use such type of assignments in our mathematical operations. Now let us observe this. A is equal to a plus 5. What is this? If a is 0, a cannot be equal to a plus 5 in any case. Then how this is possible is, in case of C language or any programming language, equal to is not equal. It is assigned. So right side value is assigned to left side value. So in this, a is the old value, a is added to 5 and the new value becomes a. So a is a variable name. This variable holds one value in the corresponding memory location. So initially, suppose a is equal to 10, then 10 will be at the memory location. When this expression will be executed, 10 plus 5 will be 15, new value of a will be 15. So same thing is true for all of this. So b is equal to b minus a means b, old b minus a becomes a new b. The same thing. For all of these operations, there are shortcuts. Assignment operator says, when you say a is equal to a plus 5, you can write in this way, a plus equal to 5 means a is equal to a plus 5. The same format is given here. So these operations are given in shortcut form like this. Now let us use all these operations. So go to our compiler. So let us see arithmetic operations. So suppose we want to add the two numbers, subtract the two numbers like this. So let us add. Printf, suppose sum of, suppose 10 and 15 each. Suppose 10 and 15 each. Then we can just write here 10 plus 15. So this will be the sum and the sum will be printed here. So sum of 10 and 15 is, it will be 25. Sum of 10 and 15 is printf sum of, we have to write down here %d because it is integer. Sum of 10 and 15 is 25. Suppose you want product, then you just write here star. So you will get here run sum of, it should be product. Product of 10 and 15 is 150. So whatever operation you give here, the result will be there. Now let us assign the values of A and B to say 10 and 15 or any other values. So let us define integer A, assign certain value, suppose integer A is 35. Then assign B, suppose B is equal to 20. So the values are assigned. Now you can write here sum of %d, that will be A, %d, that will be B, is %d, that is C. So here you will have the values of A, B, A plus B. So A will be printed, B will be printed, and A plus B will be printed. Let us see how the program runs. Sum of 35 and 20 is 55. If you want subtraction, suppose, then subtraction of A and B is, here it will be minus. In this way it will run the program. Suppose you want product, then you will put cross here. Suppose you want division, so I just take here the number, suppose instead of 20 I take 10 number. Then quotient, in case of integer only quotient is given, then this will be divide. When you divide this, you get the quotient of the division. Quotient of is 3, but quotient is coming wrong, because in case of integers only the quotient is given and the remainder is given in the separate form. For the remainder it is %. So here you will get remainder of division of 35 and 10, it's 5. Now let us use one more type of assignment operator. Suppose C is the answer, then comma C. C is one more variable. Now you can say C is equal to, suppose, A cross B. Then C will generate the value of A cross B. Now you will write here product of A and B is this. So instead of here we'll see C. So value of A, value of B, and the generated value of C is this. So product of A and B will be 35 and 10 is 350. So in this way the product is generated. So here you can have any operator, plus, minus, then slash or %, and accordingly the answer will be given. Exactly similar operations will be done for float also. So instead of integers, suppose we define float. Float A is equal to, say, suppose 3.5, comma B is equal to, say, 76.3, and suppose C is also float, and you want, suppose, C is equal to A cross, suppose, multiplication of this. Now all are float, so let us say F here, and here is also format specifier F for the floating numbers. So you'll get the answer of product of these two numbers, whatever numbers are there. Product of this and this is this. So what is the product that you are getting here? So similarly the float works. Now suppose you want to check how the increment, decrement, those operators work. So let us define those operators work only on integers. So integer A, and suppose value of A is equal to 25, and say one more integer B. Now we have to check how the A plus plus, A minus minus, such increment decrement operators work. So let us say B is equal to plus plus A. Now this plus plus you can give before A as well as after A. If it is given before A, then see what happens. Printf. Let us print two values. A is equal to %d, let us have \t for tab for spacing between these two. B is equal to %d, and then let us print both the values, comma A, comma B. So A and B will be printed. Let's run this program. A is equal to 26, B is equal to 26. What does it mean? A is incremented and then its value is given to B. So A is incremented by 1 and then the value is assigned to B. So plus plus A means first A is incremented and then the value is assigned to B. This is called as prefix value. Instead of plus plus before A, we can give it after A. This is called as postfix. When this instruction will run, first the value of A will be given to B and then A will be incremented. So what is the expected result? What is the value of A? Is 25. 25 will be given to B, so B will be 25. Then A will be incremented, so A will become 26. So result is B 25 and A 26. Let's observe this result. A 26, B 25. Okay. Now, suppose this is A minus minus. Then what will happen? What is the expected result? A is 24, B is 25. Because A is given to B and then A is decremented by 2. And suppose A minus minus A is given, then both will be 24. So in this way, increment decrement operators work. Now, suppose you have two integer values. Integer A is equal to say 27 and B is equal to say 4, and suppose C is defined. C is there. So three integers are defined here. Let us say C is equal to A divided by B. A divided by B. And let us print this value. So print %d for A, then divide %d for B is equal to %d for C, and let us print all the values A, comma B, comma C. We know that when two integers are divided, the value of division is only a quotient. So what is the result of this? 27 by 4 is 6. But this is not correct. And if we are interested in actual division, then we know that the actual division will not be integer, so we have to define float. So what we'll do is float C. Just defining in the form of float is not sufficient, because C is float, but division of A and B generates integer number. So though we define float, let's see what is the result. It will be mistake because C is float, so we have to write down here F otherwise. So still the answer is 6 and it is incorrect. So we have to convert the generated integer division answer into the actual float. For that we have to typecast, that is we have to change the type of the number. So A divided by B is actually integer, we have to convert into float and then equate it to C. Let's see what is the result. Now we have got the correct result, 6.75. This thing is required at many places. Suppose you want to find out average of certain integers. So though the numbers are integers, the average can be float. So you have to use this type of things. So I give you some homework to perform. This is the homework. Get the voltage and resistance values and print current and power dissipated through the resistors. So you have to scan or get the values of voltage and resistance from the user and then do it. Ask the radius from the user and find volume and surface area of the sphere. Now how to do all these things? For that, what you have to do is, we have to perform the actual mathematical operations here. During the mathematical operations, the result has to find out. Now let us consider, suppose you want to find out the area of a circle. Then for area of a circle, you need radius. So let us define, suppose, integer radius, and naturally the area we know that can be float. So let us define area as a float variable, float. So area will be float, but radius could be integer or float, anything. Now we have to generate area for this. So what is the formula? Formula we know, pi r square. So area is equal to, we have to give the value of pi, then pi star RAD. So pi r square. So area is generated. Now let's printf area is equal to, for example, %f. So area will be printed now. So let's find out area. We have to give the value of radius. We have to scan it. So printf, when we don't give any value, it has assumed 0 value. Printf enter radius. Enter radius. Then we have to read the radius. So scanf %d ampersand RAD. So let's read the radius. Then it will calculate. So enter radius. Suppose I entered the radius as 15. So it has generated area. Suppose you want to give here area is equal to this much, say, square meter. Then you can write down square meter. Rerun the program. Enter radius. Suppose I give here the radius 23. So this is just using it as a calculator. Whatever equation you want, you give here. Consider every time what could be the answer and what are the incoming numbers. Incoming numbers are integers or float. The result could be integer or float. Accordingly, you have to do this. So let us come to our exercise. So get the radius and find volume and surface area. Get from user the temperature in centigrade and convert into Fahrenheit. Find out the formula for this. Ask nth values of resistors and print series combination. Series is R1 plus R2 plus R3. Parallel, find out the formula. Equivalent. Get the value of resistor and capacitor, find cutoff frequency. Remember the formula. Get 3 integers from the user and find sum and average of them. So try all these. They are very simple.